My brother seized our dad's inheritance, keeping the house and savings despite our equal shares. Claiming his wealth justifies it while my sister and I struggle. Furious and betrayed, I'm now hunting for a hidden safety deposit box Dad left, determined to fight for what's ours. Hey everyone, my name's Abigail, I'm 28 years old, and I've been sitting on this mess for a while now, trying to figure out if I'm just overreacting or if my family's actually gone off the deep end. I've lurked on Reddit long enough to know this is the kind of thing people post about, so here I am, spilling the tea. Buckle up, because this is a long one. I've got a lot to unpack about my brother Nathan, my sister Emily, and a whole pile of family drama that's been festering since our dad passed away 2 years ago. So, a little background. I'm the youngest of 3 siblings. Nathan's 34, Emily's 31, and then there's me. Growing up, we were pretty tight. Our parents weren't perfect, but they worked hard to give us a decent life. Dad was a mechanic who saved every penny, and Mom stayed home raising us. They weren't rich, but they owned our house outright and had a small savings account by the time Dad got sick. He passed from cancer in March 2023, and Mom had died a few years before that from a stroke. Losing them both hit us hard, but it also brought out some ugly sides of my siblings I didn't expect. Here's the main deal. When Dad died, he left behind the house, some savings, and a little life insurance, nothing crazy, maybe 150 grand total once you add it all up. He didn't have a fancy will, just a handwritten note saying he wanted everything split evenly between me, Nathan, and Emily. Fair, right? That's what I thought too. Except Nathan, my oldest brother, decided that evenly doesn't apply to him. His logic. He's already made it in life, so he shouldn't have to share with us less successful siblings. Yeah, you read that right. Nathan's a software engineer, pulling in 6 figures at some tech startup. He's got a nice condo downtown, a Tesla, and a fiancée who's always posting their fancy vacations on Instagram. Emily and I, though, we're not drowning, but we're nowhere near his level. Emily's a nurse, working insane hours, and I'm a graphic designer freelancing full-time. We're both scraping by. Emily's got student loans, and I'm still renting a tiny apartment because I can't afford a down payment. Point is, that inheritance would have been a game-changer for us, but Nathan acts like we're begging for his personal charity. So, after Dad's funeral, we sat down to figure out the estate. Nathan took charge because he's the oldest and, honestly, he's always been the bossy one. He's tall, loud, and has this way of talking over you that makes you feel small. Emily's quieter. She's the peacemaker, always trying to smooth things over, but she's stubborn when she's mad. Me? I'm the emotional one, probably too sensitive for my own good, but I'm not afraid to call out BS when I see it. Anyway, Nathan pulls out Dad's note and goes, "Look, I don't need this money. You two can have my share of the savings, but the house stays with me." I was like, "Wait, what?" Emily just stared at him, jaw dropped. "The house is worth at least 100 grand, maybe more if you fix it up. Splitting the savings 2 ways instead of 3 would have given us each maybe 25 grand, while Nathan walks away with the whole damn property." I asked him how that's fair, and he hit us with this gem. "I've got a future to build. Wedding, kids, investments. You guys are fine. You don't need a house yet." Excuse me? Emily's engaged too, and I'm trying to get out of renting hell, but apparently our futures don't count. That's when the fighting started. I told him he's being greedy, that Dad wanted us to split everything equally, not whatever this was. Emily backed me up, saying she's drowning in debt and could use her full share to finally breathe. Nathan doubled down, saying he'd earned more because he's successful, and we're just jealous. He even threw in, "If you'd gone to college for something useful, you wouldn't need this so bad." Ouch. I dropped out of art school because I couldn't afford it, and he knows that. Felt like a slap in the face. This turned into a full-on screaming match at the kitchen table. Me yelling, Emily crying, Nathan storming out saying we're ungrateful. Since then, he's refused to budge. He's got the house keys, changed the locks, and says he'll sell it if we keep harassing him. The savings are still tied up with a lawyer because we can't agree, and every time I bring it up, he calls me entitled. Emily's mostly stopped talking to him. She's hurt but doesn't want to escalate. I'm the one still pushing, probably because I'm too stubborn to let it go. Now here's where the sub-conflicts come in. because this isn't just about money. It's a whole tangled mess. First, there's the guilt tripping. Nathan's been texting me stuff like, "I took care of you guys growing up, and this is how you repay me?" Okay, yeah, he helped out when we were kids, drove us to school, made dinner sometimes when mom was sick. But that doesn't mean he owns dad's legacy. He's acting like we owe him our shares because he was a decent brother 15 years ago. It's manipulative as hell, and it makes me second-guess myself. Like maybe I am being ungrateful. Then there's Emily's fiancé, who's stirring the pot. He's this loud, opinionated guy, think Jim Bro with a podcast obsession. He's been telling Emily she should sue Nathan, that he's a selfish jerk stealing from her. Emily's torn because she hates conflict, but her fiancé's pushing her to lawyer up. Last month, he even called Nathan himself, cussing him out over the phone. Nathan flipped, accused Emily of sicking her dog on him, and now they're barely speaking. I'm stuck in the middle, trying to keep Emily calm while wondering if legal actions are only shot. Oh, and don't get me started on Nathan's fiancée. She's this high-maintenance type, always dripping in designer stuff. She's been posting cryptic Instagram stories like, "Family drama is so draining when you're just trying to live your best life." I'm pretty sure she's egging Nathan on, whispering in his ear that he deserves the house because they're the power couple. She's never liked me or Emily, thinks we're beneath her because we don't brunch at five-star restaurants. Once, at a family dinner before all this blew up, she said to me, "Freelancing sounds so unstable. Don't you want a real job?" I wanted to dump my wine on her head. The house itself is another layer. It's not just about the money. It's where we grew up. The backyard has this old swing set Dad built, rusted but still standing. The kitchen still smells like Mom's cooking if you close your eyes. I wanted to keep it in the family, maybe even live there someday. But Nathan's talking about flipping it for profit. He doesn't care about the memories, he sees dollar signs. Emily feels the same way I do. She cried when she heard he'd already hired a realtor to appraise it. It's like he's erasing our past to pad his bank account. I've tried talking to him one-on-one, thinking maybe he'd listen without an audience. Last week, I drove to his condo, fancy building, doorman and everything. I brought coffee, kept it civil and said, "Nathan, this isn't what Dad wanted. Can't we figure this out?" He sighed, leaned back on his leather couch and said, "Abigail, you're making this bigger than it is. I'm not the bad guy. You're just mad I'm doing better than you." I left feeling like crap, wondering if he's right. Am I jealous? Is that why I'm so pissed? But then I think about Emily, barely sleeping because she's stressed about money, and me, refreshing my bank account hoping for a miracle. That inheritance isn't a handout. It's what Dad left us. Nathan doesn't get to rewrite the rules because he's already got a cushy life. I've been digging through old photos lately, missing how things used to be. There's one of us three as kids, sitting on the porch with popsicles, laughing like nothing could break us. Now it's all lawyers and locked doors. The latest twist? Nathan texted me yesterday saying he's willing to compromise. His big offer? He'll give us each 10 grand from the house sale if we drop it. 10 grand. That's not even a third of what we're owed, and he'd still pocket the rest. I haven't replied yet. Emily says it's insulting, but she's too tired to fight. I'm torn between telling him to shove it and just taking the crumbs to end this nightmare. I keep replaying everything in my head. Growing up, Nathan was the protector. When I got bullied in middle school, he scared the kids off. When Emily crashed her bike, he carried her home. But now, he's a stranger who thinks he's above us. Emily's retreating into her shell, and I'm losing sleep over whether I'm the one pushing too hard. I've even asked friends for advice. One said I should let it go, that family's not worth the stress. Another said Nathan's a total a-hole and I should fight tooth and nail. So, Reddit, I'm laying it all out here because I'm at my wit's end. I don't know if I'm being unreasonable for wanting what's fair, or if I'm the problem for not letting Nathan have his way. The house, the money, the memories. It's all slipping away, and I can't tell if I'm fighting for justice or just clinging to the past. Am I out of line here? Am I the one screwing up? Update. How things have progressed since that time. Hey everyone. It's been about 6 months since I last posted here, and holy crap, things have gotten wild. I didn't expect so much to change after that blowout with Nathan over Dad's inheritance. But here we are. I've been meaning to update you guys because, well, life's thrown some curveballs, and I'm still trying to figure out where I stand with everything. Thanks for all the comments last time. Reading them on Reddit gave me some clarity, even if it didn't fix the mess. So here's what's gone down with me, Nathan, and Emily since then. First off, Nathan sold the house. Yeah, that's right, he went through with it. After his compromise offer of 10 grand each, which I didn't even bother responding to, he stopped texting altogether. Next thing I know, Emily forwards me a real estate listing. Our childhood home, swing set and all, up for sale at 120 grand. I felt sick seeing it online, like some stranger was auctioning off my memories. Emily called me crying, saying she drove by and saw a sold sign already up. Nathan didn't even tell us, he just did it. We found out later he pocketed the whole thing, minus whatever fees, and didn't send us a dime. Not a word about splitting it, nothing. Radio silence. I was furious, but Emily begged me not to confront him. She's been a wreck since this started. Says she's done with the drama and just wants peace. I get it. She's still working those brutal nurse shifts, and this whole thing's been eating her alive. But me, couldn't let it go. I drove to Nathan's condo again, uninvited this time. He answered the door, looking annoyed, and before I could say much, he cut me off with, "It's done, Abigail. Move on." I lost it. Yelled that he's a selfish jerk who stole from us, that Dad would be ashamed. He just smirked and said, "Dad's not here. I did what's best for me." Then he shut the door in my face. That smirk's burned into my brain. I don't think I've ever hated anyone more. So, yeah, the house is gone, and so's any hope of Nathan coming around. Emily and I are still stuck with the savings situation too. The lawyer says it's a slog because Nathan's fighting us on that now, claiming Dad's note isn't legally binding. It's a nightmare, and I'm out a couple grand already on legal fees just to keep it moving. I'm still freelancing, but work's been slow, and this stress isn't helping. I've had nights where I just sit there, staring at my laptop, wondering how we got here. Emily's in the same boat. Her loans are still choking her, and she started picking up extra shifts to cover her own lawyer costs. We're both barely keeping our heads above water. But here's where it gets messy. Nathan's not the only problem anymore. A new issue's popped up, and it's a doozy. About 2 months ago, I got a random call from Dad's old friend, this guy who used to work with him at the shop. Let's call him Uncle Mike. Not really an uncle, but close enough. He's rough around the edges, always smells like motor oil, but he's got a good heart. Anyway, he says he's been cleaning out his garage and found a box of Dad's stuff. Old papers, photos, and a handwritten letter. He dropped it off at my place, and when I opened it, my jaw hit the floor. The letter's from Dad, dated a year before he died, and it's addressed to all three of us. It says he's leaving us the house and savings like we knew, but there's more. He mentions a safety deposit box at the bank with something extra for us to split. I freaked out, called Emily right away, and we spent hours digging through the box for clues. There's no key, no bank name, just Dad's shaky handwriting saying it's for emergencies. We're guessing it's cash or maybe some old jewelry Mom had, but we don't know. Problem is, we can't access it without Nathan. The bank needs all three of us to sign off since it's tied to Dad's estate, and Nathan's not exactly picking up my calls. I texted him about it, kept it short like, "Hey, found something from Dad, we need to talk." He replied, "Stop fishing for handouts," and blocked me. Blocked. My own brother. Emily tried too, but he's ghosting her now. So this safety deposit box, whatever's in it, is just sitting there, taunting us, and we're powerless. This new twist has me spiraling. Part of me's dying to know what Dad left. It could be a lifeline, especially with how broke I've been lately. But it's also reopened all the wounds with Nathan. I keep imagining him laughing, thinking he's won, while Emily and I are stuck chasing shadows. I even drove by the bank last week, just staring at it like some idiot, wondering if I could sweet-talk my way in. No dice, legal stuff's ironclad. Emily's freaking out too. She thinks it might be enough to pay off her loans, but she's terrified Nathan will somehow claim it all if we ever get it open. On top of that, I'm not doing great. The stress is getting to me, I've lost weight, barely sleep, and my freelance gigs are slipping because I can't focus. Last month, I botched a big project for a client, and they dropped me. My savings are dwindling, and I'm starting to panic about rent. Emily's holding it together better, but she's quieter than ever, like she's given up on fighting. We still talk, but it's strained. Every call ends with one of us sighing about Nathan or this damn box. I miss how we used to be, before money and greed tore us apart. Nathan, though, he's living his best life, or at least that's what Instagram says. He and his fiancée got married last month. Big, flashy wedding all over her stories. I wasn't invited, neither was Emily. Saw pics of them cutting a cake that probably cost more than my car. He's still at his tech job, still driving that Tesla, acting like he didn't screw us over. Kills me knowing he's sitting pretty while we're scrambling. I heard through a mutual friend he's planning to buy a vacation home, probably with Dad's house money. Makes my blood boil. This safety deposit box thing's the new fire under me, though. I'm not letting it go. I can't. I've been researching estate laws, bugging Uncle Mike for more info, even thinking about hiring a PI to track down details. Emily's hesitant. She's worried it'll just drag us deeper into this hole. But I'm like, what do we have to lose? If there's something in there, it's ours, not Nathan's. I keep picturing Dad writing that letter, wanting us to have it, and it's the only thing keeping me sane. So that's where I'm at. Angry, broke, and chasing a mystery while my brother plays king of the castle. Emily's hanging on by a thread, and Nathan's cut us out like we're nothing. I don't know if I'm being stubborn or stupid, but I can't stop pushing. Am I the one at fault for dragging this out, or am I right to keep fighting?
Appreciate you watching. Give it a like, hit subscribe, and catch more drama next time.